radical. Have mercy! Been waiting for the bus all day. Keep waiting, motherfucker. So Jesus done left little Chicago. He's headed for the Ukraine. So Putin makes it rain. Shut my mouth. So get this. So it takes me exactly 2 hours to walk from my house to the first bus stop's right here. And I walk briskly. It's a long walk. It's 6 miles. Nearly 6 miles. Just under 6 miles. And so, and I go on a clip, no sidewalk. It's actually a nice walk. I had a conversation with my PA the other day at the hospital. I was up there eating, and she talked to me, and I told her what I'm up to. She says, Kevin Blanche, let me tell you something. You're a beast. You're unbelievable. And she says, all this walking that you do and out in the sunshine, nothing but good could come out of it for your physicality and your health. She says, you know that most people have a vitamin D deficiency. They don't get enough. Some get too much, but most don't get any, not enough. So here's the first bus stop. The 613 doesn't run on the weekend. Because, and their philosophy behind that, I get that, is because IRS isn't open on the weekend. Okay? Everybody that works at IRS lives out there. They don't live in Ogden. The bus system's excellent in Ogden, but you got to get to Ogden. And nobody lives in Ogden. So people drive their car all the way. They go to the stop to go to the hospital. They're like, fuck it, I already drove 7 miles. Finish it up. So I got another 2 miles to go. In fact, I got a little more than 2 miles to go. So the first bus stop on the weekend is Washington Boulevard and 12th Street. For real. And again, it's 100 fucking degrees. I don't mind. I don't mind. I really don't. I mean, I actually enjoy walking. I really like walking. I got into this serious routine when I was dying of AML and walking the coast of California. Remember, don't forget this. I walked from Mexico to well above San Francisco. Got stuck at Diablo. So this girl says, oh, what's the name of that? I said, no trail, not Pacific Trail. No. And the car washes are still kicking it, boy. They're watering the golf courses. There's no fucking water. Green grass at the fucking car washes. At the car. So, I want to prove a point. I'm cool with this. You know, I do it both ways. Who can do that? That's what she says. How old are you? I says, I'm going on 63. She says, you're something, man. And so, I told her, I said, you know, they're putting a billboard right there on I-15 about dairy. So I always remember what your dietitian used to tell you. And this is the dietitian that's behind this. Because I was too sick for a transplant. 3 rounds of chemo in the bone marrow. And this is unsurvivable what I have. You know, it's hardcore. And so she said, well, what did you diet? Well, Colt, my world famous, incredible dietitian, who I give a lot of credit in helping me save my life. Just a few conversations is all she had to get to me. I was in the transplant center. Kevin, we're going to have to do this diet. Yeah, transplant will kill you. I'm not recovering. The 2012 San Francisco Giants. You eat any American dairy, you might as well put a gun in your mouth. So I have this mega dairy welfare queen who's next door to me. Who owns like 100 acres. And everybody says, oh, he was there first. No, he wasn't. His father was adopted. The Blanches were there first. Go to the cemetery. My great-great-grandpa's first one was in the cemetery. Who's the Savages? And what's that got to do with anything anyway? You live here. You pay taxes. Did you notice no places to sit at the bus stops? Did you notice that one too? They go the first stop. So fucking abusive, bowing to the auto industry. That's what they're doing. Where's Fifi and Fufu? So, that mega welfare Dairy Queen next to me milks his cows 4 times a day. His own mother died young of leukemia. Father's dead now. Out of nowhere, heart poison. Caught him spraying Roundup on a county road with their own personal, or was it? I don't even know if it was Roundup. without the county's permission on their own point rig, sent it to the EPA. The EPA says, oh, we've talked to them about it multiple times. Talked to them about it. Got caught stealing. They've drawn over $100 million in subsidies. They own 100 acres. They're the greatest welfare queens in Utah history by far. They passed the freaking, I mean, talk about, what do the FLDS call it? Milk the beasts. You know, what do you think he does out there? Out of the Farm Bureau, County Commission got caught stealing hundreds of millions. No charges. Whoa. Whoa. So, prove a point. 2 hours it takes me to get to the bus stop there. I got another hour. So 3 hours. And we pay for sidewalks. There's no sidewalks. I figured it up. I paid over $300,000 in property tax. And it's written right into our property tax. Written right into our sales tax. I had to donate, when I built my house in '88, I had to donate a whole bunch of land on the thing for sidewalk. I had to give it to them. That was in 1988. I went to a hearing with my dad at West River Elementary, the Frank Lloyd Wright, Wesley Hawes masterpiece they tore down illegally in 1970. Talking about we're going to get sidewalkers in here ASAP. No bus, no sidewalk. So this is important. There's a young woman who I knew well of Oswego Sam. I'll post a link. She was killed on her bike right there recently. Then my neighbor out there, Anselmi's son, everybody knew him. He was a great person. Rode his bike everywhere. He was the most safest you ever seen. Getting killed. Then the famous rider over there in Hooper, West Roy. Everybody knows him. Girl runs the thing. Really safe rider. Everybody knows. Been riding around Weaver County for decades. Hit, killed. Always. You can't ride your bike. I mean, and walking, I have to get clear over in the weeds. And I do. Most people, if there's not a car coming the other way, will get up. But some people won't. You know, so you gotta take no chances. You know, you can't assume. Don't assume nothing. You got to get over into the weeds. It's abusive as fucking hell, and I have cancer. I was a millionaire when I got sick. I was uninsured. My bill was 1.8. My bill's paid, by the way. Then, of course, I had open heart surgery. That's my aortic valve replacement. I lost my cancer survival bracelet. And I will say this because I came from my grandson's football game yesterday, and I don't like these coaches that they're playing for. And I coached in this town for 30 years. My dad was famous. I was a famous coach. Multiple. In 30 years, I never had a losing season. And I coached in multiple sports, multiple undefeated teams, AU championship teams. And I always said to myself, you better be nice to the kids when you're coaching them or against them when you're youth, because they're going to grow up to be men real quick. They might have to save your life. At the conference, I told him, God, I hope I was nice to you when you were a boy, because I knew him. He says, you better hope. I'm going to hold your heart in my hand for 6 hours. That's all he said. I had an aortic valve replaced. I was born with a heart murmur. He says, King Murray, he says, your heart's a beast. Your heart is in excellent condition. Where does that yellow paint come from? The state. Whoops. He says, no, I want to tell you, you were always so respectful to me and to other kids. You know, you were fantastic. And I never forgot it. I'm like, thank you. And so, I don't know, we want our kids to participate. We want our kids to play. And my grandsons are amazing athletes, just like all my family members are. My grandsons are athletes. This is the way it is. Incredible. It's all of us. Oh, look up who's leading the state in tackles in 6A, 2 years in a row. Yeah. Another Blanche plan. It's like that for decades. You know. Youth athletics, it's like. And did I not call it? Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you? I told everybody. Play back the tape, Your Honor. Utah? They're going to be in the Final Four. I'm Stephen A. Smith. That fucking guy's a moron. I said, Utah will never win at Florida. 7? They play in the Pac-12. You know how shitty the Pac-12 is? I'll tell you how shitty the Pac-12 is. Do you know how far fucking Georgia beat Oregon? Oregon was ranked 11th. They could have beat them by 100. The Pac-12 is so bad, and Kyle Whittingham in all those years has never won anything. Nothing. Oh, he won the Pac-12 last year. You know how bad the Pac-12 was last year? I mean, and they played in the Rose Bowl, a team that set 25 starters, and they still lost. Yeah, he's the highest paid guy in the state of Utah. But we love him. You know how much a ticket is to the Utes game now? When you go to the Weber States game for $16, you know, and that's too much, by the way. What's her name told me they've got tickets up there for like $200 now. They're just normal and everybody, it's all clicky. They suck. I told you, my buddy says, I'm going out to bet on you. I says, save the money. I'll book the action. How much you want to bet? There's no way they'll win at Florida. And Florida's terrible this year. Florida ain't no good. Whittingham sucks. And he's like a god around. Now, I'll tell you who was a god around. Greatest football coach maybe in American history. So it's New Rockney anyway. That'd be LaVelle Edwards. And, West Coast, Walsh. Who do you think Walsh named it from? He had 9 coaches at one time in the NFL, head coaches out of his tree at BYU. And I played with the incredible Jim McMahon here. Best athlete I ever saw, played with him. Jim McMahon, by far. And I played with Rulon Jones and Tom Chambers. You know, and so, but these fucking coaches, I told them, they wouldn't know if Picasso was smacking around. There's a problem in America. Sports writers are have mercy. Been waiting for the bus all day. We used to call Ogden when I was a boy. Everyone called it Little Chicago. I'll quote Al Capone. Now, I used to work for George Pappas, the old man. He's still alive. He's 95, my dad's friend. I did all those buildings on 25th. Al Capone on 25th Street. It was all prostitution for 150 years. The Madams run this city. Well, you own half this city. Why don't you just move there? Ogden, Utah? Way too rough for me. It's true. On cue. Look at this. I didn't know that was there. Have mercy. Been waiting for the bus up there. It's abusive what they're doing to us peasants in western Weber County. It's so fucking hot, everything's buckling. Jesus done left Chicago, little Chicago. Oh, it's all normal. Great Salt Lake goes dry. It's normal. What's Fukushima? I'm a butcher. What's a cow? I'm a baker. What's a K? Don't be vaping. Don't be vaping. Don't vape, whatever you kiddies do. But you can get nuclear fallout from Fukushima all over you. It's good for you. Do you have erectile dysfunction? This whole fucking country has erectile dysfunction. Fucking. What's Fukushima? I'm a butcher. What's a cow? I'm a baker. What's a K? I'm a football player. What's your 40? I'm a Weber State zoologist. I'm a Weber State University professor, environmental economist. I'm a high school science teacher. What's Fukushima? My grandparents' organic farm was right here. Julia Myra Tracy, Moses Tracy's granddaughter. Right there was Marriott's, They're organic farmers. My grandma told me that Moses Tracy was the first one here in this park, branch out there. She said he told her that they learned to be organic farmers. They grew melons right here. Learned to be organic farmers from the Shoshone, or the Shoshone. We called these eastern ones here when I was a kid, they called themselves Shoshone. So, by the way, Pam Maiden, And that was her dad's place right there. He just passed, but she was the most beautiful freaking one in Ogden. Oh my God. She's recently passed. Young. What's Fukushima? So, how about them fucking youths? I told you. So what's his name? I'll bet you a fucking, I don't have much money, but I'll bet you lunch. And I'll bet you anything you want to bet. Don't be going out to Wendover and betting on Utah. Whittingham's the most overrated coach in fucking football history. Been there 20-some years, never won shit. Never. Kind of like Randy Ray, River State. You can't win with Damian Lillard. And he did. Damian Lillard never played anything. Think about that. That's all good, man. That's all good. You know what that was? GDO. GDO right here. I went to Walkwist Junior High over there. They tore down another wrestling house. Weber High right up here on the corner. Another wrestling house tore down. My alma mater. It was the POW camp for the Italian prisoners. Right there. And it was so loose, they'd have dances out there by my house in the hospitality center. That old building right there in West Weber. The Austrians building. And a lot of them married Italian prisoners. A lot of those Italian prisoners stayed with. Alfonso Dominguez, my best friend when I was a kid. His dad came here as a POW. He stayed. A lot of them did. You know, and that's why we had all the great tomatoes out there. Ooh, tomato farm. I grew up picking. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. There's a bench. So 7 miles to a fucking bench. You know, in front of the jail. I'm gonna sit down for a second. I better. I got some water. So it's 102 for the third consecutive day in Snow, Utah. Give this another 2 years. People still, InfoWars, talking about a piece of dog shit. That fucker war profit too. Long video, I don't give a fuck. Fucking tired? I'm good. So Jay Hill always says, no, Kev, we're good. I'm good. No matter what. I'm good. We're good. I love it. No water. Snow, Utah. So in 150 years we've had 3 days of 102 degrees in the month of September. September's so beautiful here. High 80, low 50. Oh, it's grand. I love the walk. We've already had 3 days. We're going to have 4 tomorrow, 5 the next day, 6 the next day. The heat bubble, and it all started in 2011. Everybody's going to chalk it up and go along with this freak show. Cars up 6,000% in the last quarter. No recycling. Consuming 54% of the world's fucking products. The U.S. pigs are consumption junkies. What's your function? When in just 1980 we consumed 12. 1975 we consumed 6. We recycle. It wasn't garbage. There's so much fucking garbage. It's got to be the dirtiest, filthiest fucking place. The garbage I see a day is mind-blowing. You know? And they can put gasoline to $30 a gallon. Of course, UTA won't fucking go out there with people. The greatest drought in 1,200 years started in 2011, just like Kevin Blanche said. But fucking Abraham like December, they got together. They're out of business. What a walk this is. Oh, because it's rag that I was ever born to sit this rag. Trying to save you from you is a real motherfucker. Becomes as natural as occupying a bird refuge. Stay tuned.